Hello my friends, it is Friday evening and I just got home from work. If I look tired, it is because I am extremely tired. This week was actually our first week with kids and it was a doozy. It was a doozy. I don't want to complain because I do love my job, but it is a hard job. So definitely, I want this vlog to be more so of a weekend reset vlog where we just kind of get our mental health back on track and kind of refresh and get ready for the new week and do some reading while we do that. So I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing so many fun things this weekend, more so just doing things that make me happy because we need to nurture our mental health back to where it should be. So yeah, I hope that I can bring you along with me as much as possible. And starting with tonight, I think we're gonna go eat and I'll come back and show you the books that I plan on reading this weekend. So let's go. Hello friends, so I am back. We just got back from dinner and now I want to show you the books that I want to read this weekend. So the first book that I want to get through is actually on my Kindle, and that is Electric Idol by Katie Robert. That is the second book in the Dark Litmus series. I read Neon Gods last month and I have Electric Idol on my Kindle through Libby through my library, so I definitely want to get this read before I have to renew that. So the next book that I want to try and get to this weekend is Shatter Me by Tara Maffey, and I've actually already started this one. I'm about 80 or so pages into it and I am enjoying it so much so far. I've heard nothing but good things about this whole series and I've just kind of been putting it off because I don't read fantasy like ever. And so when I found out that there was a fantastical element as far as like her touch being fatal, I was really nervous because I was like, I don't read fantasy and I don't want it to be over my head, and I just don't like reading things from different worlds, if that makes sense. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I've not been confused at all. It is a YA, so it's very simple, it's very easy to read, and I've been intrigued the entire time that I've been reading. So I'm really enjoying this so far. This is actually the one that I'm going to pick up first tonight, and since I'm already 80 pages in, hopefully I can get another big chunk of it read tonight. So yeah, I think I'm going to grab me a blanket, grab me a dog, grab me this book, and do some reading. Hello my friends, so it is Saturday morning now, and I think the last time I talked to you I was reading Shatter Me last night, and I didn't end up getting that far into it last night. I ended up reading about 15 pages and just completely dying on the couch. I was just so tired last night, but I ended up waking up very early this morning and getting a big chunk of it read, so I only have about 120 pages left, and I am enjoying it so much so far. I will say it's quite a bit darker than I expected, but so far I'm really enjoying it, and I cannot wait to finish it. I have a feeling that I'll be able to finish it today, especially with the way that it's going. So let me tell you what we're doing today. So I've got lots of fun things planned today. First, we're going to go to the library, which I'm already here. And we're going to check out some books. I'm not looking for anything specific. I'm just going to kind of browse. That's usually when I find the best books, is when I'm not really looking for anything. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go book shopping. In Tennessee, we have this big used bookstore called McKay's. And I think we have 2 in the entire state. I'm not sure if it's a nationwide thing. I don't know. But if you're in Tennessee for whatever reason, make sure you stop by McKay's because they are top tier as far as used bookstores. I've not gone to a used bookstore like McKay's before. Not only do they sell books, but they sell like movies, vinyl records, DVDs, all sorts of things. And they're incredible. And their book selection is, again, top tier. So if you're in Tennessee, make sure you stop by there. So that's what we're going to be doing later. And then a little bit later, we are going to go hammocking with my husband, and hopefully I can get some more reading done then. So yeah, let's go into the library and see what we can find. Also, my friends, I wanted to show you my shirt. I'm still recovering. Okay, my friends, we're back from the library and I only picked up 3 books. So let me show you what I got. So I picked up 3 books. The first book is the book that I went in there for, and that is Unravel Me by Tara Maffei. And this is the second book in the Shatter Me series. So of course I had to pick this one up because I cannot wait to finish the first one and dive into the second one. The next book that I picked up is a graphic novel. Who's surprised? None of us. None of us are surprised. And that is Stargazing by Jen Wang. I don't know anything about this one, but I do know that it's just so stinking cute. And it's a graphic novel. So it'll keep me occupied for those nights that I just cannot be bothered to pick up a physical book. And then the next book is another graphic novel. And that is Measuring Up. And again, I don't know anything about this one. I just saw that there was a little girl baking on the front and I was sold. So anything that has to do with baking or cooking, it doesn't take much to sell me on it. So yeah, pick that one up. So that is the 3 books that I got from the library today. So now I think what we're gonna do is, I don't know, I'm getting kind of hungry. So I might go grab a snack because we're gonna get lunch later. So I might go get like a sweet treat from somewhere. No, we'll see. And then we're gonna go book shopping. So let's go. It is much later now. It is the next day. I think the last time that I saw you, we were hammocking. And after we hammocked for a little while, we ended up going and spending some time with Casey's family. And we did not get home until pretty late last night. So I did not get to update you any further. But I am here to update you. And as you can see, I have a little friend. So if you hear noises in the background, it's probably this little one. But I wanted to update you on what I have read. So I've actually completely finished Shatter Me, and I have plenty of thoughts on this one. So first and foremost, it definitely was not what I thought it was going to be, because just reading the synopsis and looking at the cover, it looks like a very high stakes fantasy, and whereas it did have some pretty high stakes, it definitely was not what I thought it was going to be, because it was very heavy on the romance, and I was not prepared for that, because I knew that there was a romance going to take place in here somewhere, but I didn't realize how much of the plot would be the romance. So don't get me wrong, I did enjoy the romance overall, and I am rooting for the characters, but I just was not prepared of how much of the book was going to be the romance. Like, there were times where we were just sitting around and talking about how much we loved each other. So even though that was entertaining, sometimes it got to be just a little slow for me, especially giving the synopsis of what was supposed to take place. So this is a dystopian novel, so we're following a group of people that think that they can recreate this perfect world, this perfect version of a world, and that is called the Reestablishment. And so basically the Reestablishment is broken up into sectors, and we're in Sector 45. In Sector 45 lives a girl named Juliet, and Juliet is locked up in an asylum because her touch is actually lethal. So if she touches someone, she can harm them very badly or even kill them. So obviously they've locked her away, and one day she actually gets a cellmate, and his name is Adam. And Juliet's kind of confused because this whole time she's been at the asylum, she's not had a cellmate, and she can't believe that they've actually trusted her to have one. So Adam stays a few days, and then all of a sudden someone breaks into her cell, and she actually gets whisked away by the ruler over Sector 45 named Warner. And Warner captures her and Adam and brings them back to his establishment. From there, all sorts of craziness goes down. And yeah, so it gets kind of crazy when we get Warner involved. So again, I really enjoyed this one. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I took off a star because, again, it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was very heavy on the romance, and some parts were just super slow for me. And I feel like a YA book like this needs to be pretty quick and easy to get through, which it was, but there was just some times that I was like, okay, my friends, I understand that you love each other, but let's get on with it. So actually, I've already picked up the novella that comes after this. So if you've not seen the Shatter Me series, I think there's 6 total novels, and then there are actually novellas in between each book. So I could not find the novella anywhere except through my Kindle. So I actually bought it this morning, and I've already gotten 20 pages into it. I know that I was going to try and read Electric Idol this weekend, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I'm really excited about this novella because it's actually in Warner's point of view, and yeah, so I'm enjoying it so far. So hopefully we can get this read before the end of the night. Yeah, I'll update you on that later. But first, I realized that I went book shopping yesterday and did not show you any of the books that I got book shopping yesterday. So I'm going to show you what I got now. Okay, so these are all of the books that I got from McKay's yesterday, and I did not do a ton of filming in there because Saturdays are their busiest days, and when I tell you guys, it was so busy. It was so busy, like you could hardly walk around in there. That was how busy it was. So whenever I could get a free minute, I tried to film a little bit, but I'm so sorry I couldn't get almost anything filmed. So I'm gonna show you what I got. So I decided to leave the tags on the books because I wanted you to see the good deals that I got. So the first book that I picked up was The Chain by Adrian McKenty. I've heard really good things about this one, and I got it for, can you see that? $1.50. $1.50. That is crazy. Basically, all I know about this one is that it takes place in a town that's having a lot of kidnappings occur. And basically the scheme that the kidnapper is playing is, in order to get your kid back, you have to kidnap another kid. So creating a chain of kidnappings. So this one sounds very high stakes, very intense. So hopefully I can read this one pretty quickly. The next book that I picked up was The Best of Friends by Lucinda Berry, and again I got this one for $1.50, and I don't know anything about this book. Absolutely nothing. The only reason that I picked it up is because it was by Lucinda Berry, and I actually have The Perfect Child back there, and I've heard that one is so good. And anything that I see by Lucinda Berry, I'm automatically intrigued by, because I hear she's a really good author. So I picked up this one. The next book I am so excited about because it's got sprayed edges. So this is I Killed Zoe Spanos by Kit Frick. And again, I don't know anything about this one. I think it is a YA thriller, but again, the only reason I picked this one up is because of these beautiful edges. Can you believe that? $8 for one, a hardback and sprayed edges. I'm pretty excited. Next, I picked up The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise by Dan Gemenhardt, and I have been wanting to pick this one up. I actually almost picked it up at Books A Million a couple weeks ago, but I'm so glad I waited because I got this one for $2.50. All I know about this one is that we're following our main character, Coyote. Like, how cute is that name? And her dad's name is Rodeo. That's the cutest thing. But we're following her and her dad as they travel across the country in an old school bus. I mean, come on. Do you need anything else? Yeah. The next two books that I picked up are actually romances, and I am always really excited to look at McKay's romances because you never know what you're gonna find. They have everything from Nora Roberts to Colleen Hoover. You never know what you're gonna find in there. So I did pick up Love is a Revolution. Honestly, it was a cover buy because I cannot get over how cute this cover is. I think we're following our main character, Nala, and I think she goes to an open mic night and falls in love. And the last romance that I picked up was The Wedding Ringer, and I love any romances that have to do with weddings. I love going to weddings. I love being in weddings. I loved my wedding. I love anything that has to do with about weddings, especially books. What sold me on this one was the first two sentences of the synopsis, and I hate to do this, but I want to read them to you because I just think they're hilarious. Once upon a time, Willa Callister was a successful blogger with a good credit score, actual hobbies, and legs that she shaved more than once a month. But after finding her fiancé in bed with her best friend, she now spends her days performing at children's birthday parties in a ball gown that makes her look like a walking bottle of Pepto-Bismol. I just thought that was the best, and I could not resist that one. So I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, that is all the books that I picked up from McKay's. I think I spent like a total of $20, $22 or something like that, which is not bad for 6 books and 3 of them being hardcovers. So yeah, so that is my little McKay's haul. But yes, so for the rest of the day, we do have church later on tonight. So I'll probably just be reading Destroy Me, which is the novella. I think that's the title of it. Destroy Me until then, and I will update you on this later. it is actually much later now. It is actually Thursday evening. And I just now realized that I did not close out this vlog, but I did want to tell you all the books that I ended up reading this past weekend. I ended up finishing the whole book of the first Shatter Me, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was a really good book. I ended up picking up the novella that came after that, which was the like 1.5 Destroy Me, and that was in Warner's point of view, and I'll probably go more in depth in it in my monthly wrap-up. But oh my gosh, that novella, chef's kiss. Oh my goodness, it was so good. It was so good. But yeah, I will go more in depth in it in my monthly wrap-up, but I just wanted to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.